Picked up some new ambient techno records the other day, or as it's also called, IDM, intelligent dance music. It's a subgenre of electronic dance music called techno. It's experimental, abstract soundscapes made for listening in your living room, not in the club. Slower than techno for dancing. There's less emphasis on the beat, and I kind of like it at night. It's nighttime listening. Of course, Brian Eno's ambient music laid the groundwork for all this stuff, and I take this opportunity to point out Ambient 4 is my favorite of all his ambient records. The first record I got was Artificial Intelligence 2 on Warp Records. This came out in 1994. I was pretty excited to get it. I've been looking for it for a while. The relevance is, well, the first volume, this came out in 1992 on Warp Records and considered the beginning of the genre and term IDM, intelligent dance music. Like Kraftwerk and Pink Floyd that are pictured on the cover, this robot listening to Pink Floyd and Kraftwerk, this is music to be listened to at home, maybe on headphones. And I actually found this record in Italy. I was with my family last fall, and we were in Florence, and they all wanted to climb the Duomo, and I'm afraid of heights. So I said, there's a record store like 6 blocks away. I'll be in there. And they had this on the wall for, it says 32 euros, so whatever that was at the time. It was certainly a steal. I think it would have been $100 in the Village if I would have seen it. Not many of these floating around, considering how far back it went, and if there were club kids playing this and scratching it potentially. Anyway, Florence, by the way, if you're ever in Florence and you want to go record shopping, Rock Bottom Records in Florence. I spent 4 hours there. It's an incredible record store. I wouldn't have left, but the guy had to kick me out. He said he had to go home and feed his kids wine. So, Rock Bottom Records in Florence. Anyway, this is volume 1. So I finally got volume 2. I'm very excited, both on Warp Records. And this runs the gamut between more rhythmic stuff and ambient soundscapes. And Warp, of course, is a pioneering label, started in 1989, and really set the standard for modern electronic music. And certainly this ambient techno stuff, or IDM, intelligent dance music, however you want to call it. The second one I got was Autechre. I always think that I'm pronouncing that wrong. Autechre, electronic duo from the early 90s, I think from Germany. The NTS sessions this was their 13th record, so they've been around a while. And it came out in 2018, one of 4 volumes created for an online London radio station called NTS. Volume 1, now this is the only one I know, Volume 1, and it's supposed to be more beat heavy and funky. There's 4 volumes total. I'm looking forward to getting the other 3 at some point, or you can get a box set, which is, I noticed on Discogs, priced for between $300 and $400. This is great stuff. I'm really a fan of this band. It's a wide range of electronic sounds and textures and drones and deep bass and distorted noise. Multiple layers with intricate, chaotic patterns of rhythm. It's really a handful and hardly anything you could dance to. So again, this is fun late night listening. The last IDM, ambient techno, is, I don't know this guy, John Jelinek, Loop Finding Jazz Records. I read about it and picked it up. It is, he's a German electronic musician, slightly glitchy, minimal to electroacoustic drones. Now, if you're familiar with this kind of stuff, it's more warm and analog than Pole, P-O-L-E. Pole's glitchy, which is very warm and analog. It's kind of like that. Everybody remembers Pole from the 90s, right? The 3 colored records and yellow. It's not as digital and harsh glitchy as Thrill Jockey stuff. So, and it holds up to repeated listenings, and you hear a little bit more every time. Finally, I got this big band record. The Either Or Orchestra, Dial E, is a Boston big band jazz group from the 80s, and they've got a big Charles Mingus sound. Just kind of daring and a little cutting edge and a little dangerous. And there's some Sun Ra and Ellington thrown in. Coming out in '86, they released another one in '89 or '88 maybe. After that, everything came out on CD. They haven't released a bad record yet. In the 90s, I got this, the first one, the second one, the third one, and I think the fourth on CD. Just getting around to picking up the first two, and the only two that are available on vinyl. If you ever see this group, either or orchestra, and you like Charles Mingus, give this band from the 80s into the 90s a listen, and I'm sure these won't be too expensive, but probably hard to find. They didn't sell many. That's it.